Spirit is not playing.
With their prices?
Yeah, like I'm still trying to find flights that make sense to me. And look, just in the ass and in the idea of just looking at what I'm seeing. Look, all the flights.
That's not bad prices.
Look at the airline.
I mean, if you want to go.
But do you see what I'm saying? Like it's just like where they. It's a lot.
Hey, Spirit don't care about your spirit.
You about to go with the spirits when you on there.
That's what it felt like. I would.
It's like how you upgrade and you still feel like you.
I just don't understand how you trust airline where their colors of marketing is caution tape.
All right, great. All right. You know what, you said it, but believe it or not, I've been on Frontier and not Spirit. Maybe I feel like I've been on Spirit, but maybe I was like younger and I didn't know that I was on Spirit. But I think I've been on Frontier and I feel like they're kind of similar.
I've never flown Frontier or Spirit.
Okay. I've flown it like I was outside. I've flown it and it was very, very inconvenient. Like you don't just walk like you got to go outside like on the tarmac and then you got to go onto the plane.
When I went to Ghana, that was the first time I ever got on the tarmac. That was kind of cool to me. I felt like a star.
You felt like a star?
Yeah.
You're not on a jet?
Don't take it away from me.
Okay, well.
We had to walk up the stairs.
Yeah, me too.
I thought
I was on Frontier when I did it. I just want to let you know that I had the same experience as you.
The airline in Ghana was.
I just want to say that we had the same experience. It's just it wasn't that great for me. But actually, during that time, I couldn't walk like that. I was still like I had like I had to get like accessibility when I would travel. So I would actually have to get the person to like push me.
Even though you couldn't walk, that's crazy. You was outside.
Yes, I was. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna lie.
That's crazy.
No, I'm serious. Like I was. In the house. Yeah, no, like, and if I could walk, it wouldn't be for long distances. And you know, like in some airports, depending on what airport, Newark is one, but to go to like different ones, like Atlanta, Houston, like they're huge airports. Sure. So, I don't know, whatever airport it was, like I knew that I couldn't walk. I was still, I think, kind of on crutches, but I wasn't. Like it was enough that I could make it, but it probably should have been on crutches. Shout out to physical therapy. But yeah, I had someone push me, but I was being pushed onto the tarmac. That is not comfortable. That is not comfortable because then you got to go rolled up. No, they don't care at Frontier. It's not like I was like I'm going on a jet.
Did you get on the plane first?
Did I get no? Well, I was probably around of the first people, but there was a lot of people that was messed up going on Frontier. Like some people were messed up. I don't know how big the plane is that you feel like you had to were able to go on to the time. I don't know if that's a thing. That was like maybe the first and last time I've ever like flew.
Can I make a suggestion about first class? You ever flew first class?
No, I've never. Like business class, yes. I've been so close to first class that I can touch it, but I've never.
I've flown first class. It was amazing.
Yeah, you think I should do it?
No, absolutely. But listen, let me say this. This is what they should do for first class.
Okay.
And for the people who fly first class, just think about this, right?
Okay.
You should want to board the plane last.
Why?
Why do you want to get in your seat and have all these people bump you? Or you got to wait and smell somebody because they waiting for their seat to go all the way to the back. And it's all these lines. Like, I don't want these brokies near me.
So the idea of even being able to board first is usually the idea that, like, you have the first comfort to be able to, like, relax. And usually, like, first class, from my understanding, like, they even get amenities while they're just sitting there while everyone is going.
See, for me, I could care less about that.
That's why you don't travel it frequently.
I'd rather not have some big nigga rub his big ass on my shoulder waiting for old girl to put her shit in the upper deck that don't even fit.
That's cool. But wouldn't you want to know that all this time that you've been waiting in the airport, it's not like you just walked in, now you're on the plane and you are good?
No, because, I mean, sure, yes, I can see the positives of that too. But I also want to stroll into the airport too. Like, I don't feel like I want to be there early. So if I know my first class is the last to board, I'm strolling in here like I'm feeling like the man when I walk through.
But you could do that anyway. Like once you're in first class, you could go in at any time. You're expected to go first, but if they're on 7, you can walk past 7.
And then you get and the real benefit for me in being in first class that you get off first.
You know what? I'm over you.
I hate it that when I gotta wait to get off the airplane.
I don't mind waiting to get off the airplane. I just don't like when people stand up when they're all the way in the back of the airplane.
That's me. Because I'm like, if I could zoom through this shit, I'll be the person before they even say take the shit off, take your seatbelt off. It's already off, and I got my stuff from the overhead ready to go.
You're annoying because we're not going anywhere, and you just now started conducting extra heat that's not needed because now it's not like the air conditioner's on anymore.
That's fair.
Okay, there's a lot of things happening.
I don't care about y'all
no,
niggas.
because sometimes you don't. Just because you land doesn't mean you're always getting off the plane right away.
And
sometimes you get.
I want to.
Okay, and guess what?
Because
now
I've been sitting down in this little cramped ass seat.
Okay.
For however many hours.
Yes.
Get me the fuck off this plane.
Guess what? Everybody feels the same way as you, Greg.
That's why. That's why. Why would you want to be on it even longer in first class?
Has nothing to do with being there even longer. First of all, you're in the front, so you should get off first. It makes sense.
I know what I'm saying.
But then you have you from 34B because you feel like you want to get up and you don't want to be on a plane. Is zooming past first class because we have landed and they said that you did it.
People, I don't understand why people like the window seat. That's dumb to me too. Nope, give me the aisle seat. I'm good with it. I can stretch my legs. I'm the first one up.
And that's why you be getting the big dudes rubbing on your face when they walk by.
And this is why I would want to get on the plane last if I was in first class.
Okay, that's fine. I'm totally fine with getting on airplanes first. I actually liked it when I was a little disabled that I was able to get it. Yeah, because they let it's women and children and they the people in the military and people that need extra time to board, and that would be me because it really would take me a moment or I would be pushed onto the airplane at that time. It got to a point where I realized I don't need to do it anymore. Even though sometimes I feel like depending on the airport that I should.
Did you wear shades?
Do I wear shades when I do it? No, I'm okay with looking people in the eye. The thing is just because you don't see anything wrong with me doesn't mean that there's nothing wrong with me. I don't have this stigma because I know what happened to me. I can only do but so much. Now, I understand that there's people that there's nothing wrong with them. Like the people that be going to Walmart and just be sitting in them little chair things and just be zooming through the aisles. So you take away their experiences for the people that actually probably would have needed it. And now I'm limping through each aisle trying to find a candidate drive. Because you see them do it, right? And sometimes they don't even be buying nothing.
And when it don't work, they get mad.
I'm over that.
And I'm like, what do you get mad? You don't need this. You don't need it.
No, not when they park it and they get up and they walk away. Okay.
Not gonna lie, if there was two working, I would hope me and a friend would have races.
See, and this is exactly this. This is it. This is it. Okay.
All right. Banter. That was super whack. Banter. There we go. Banter question for today. Name me your top 5 fruits.
Top 5 fruits?
Top 5 fruits.
Does it have to be in a particular order?
Nope.
Okay. I like green grapes.
Okay.
I like cherries.
Okay.
I like watermelon. I really do like watermelon.
Okay.
All right. I like tangerines more than oranges, but I do like oranges, but prefer tangerines. Is that the same?
Tangerines?
They can't be the same.
I don't think they're the same. I think they're 2 different fruits.
You think so? They still have a citrus. I feel like a tangerine is just a. So it's a different size of cereal. Don't mean it's different.
Yeah, they absolutely mean it's different cereals.
No, I could get X cereal, which is X amount of ounces.
Fruity Pebbles is $5.99. ShopRite's Fruity.
You're talking about Brandon. I'm talking about the sizing. So just because you get like the family size and I could get the original size, pricing is different. That's what I'm trying to say with the oranges.
No, that's quality. Quantity.
Okay, no, it's. I'm thinking about sizes. I'm getting
a chicken the same thing.
A chicken and a chicken.
A chick and a chicken.
In a like if I'm looking at it generally.
Sure.
That's chicken.
Okay.
If you eat a piece of chicken, Greg, and one is small and one is big, you're gonna say, "Ooh, I'm eating a chick."
No, I think there's just a difference between a chick and a chicken. There's a difference between a tangerine
Physically,
and an orange.
physically, yes, but they're still. It's gonna be chicken. No, I
It's
don't know. I don't
going
know.
to
Let's
be
see.
chicken.
I'll see. At this point, now we're here. I'm gonna go into that. How many do I have so far anyway?
If tangerine and orange is 4.
No, I'm not. They're not. That's one.
I'm saying that would be
That's my 4th. Okay. Tangerine, oranges. What would I just eat that I love? I'm thinking of like fruit platters. Pineapple. I love pineapples.
You said you like cherries?
Yes.
You're like the second person this week that told me they like cherries. I think
Yes.
cherries is a weird fruit to like.
I like both the cherries too. I like the cocktail cherries and I like the original cherries.
So that makes sense. Okay.
Wait, I want to find out if tangerine. Okay. They're the same citrus family, so they're not the same. So I prefer tangerines. But I like the way some oranges are good, but I prefer tangerines. But
Yeah.
sorry, Greg, go ahead.
No, it's cool. Top 5 fruits of all time. I'm joking.
Guess we're not getting any promotion from that. There's not going to be any sponsorships there. Shout out to
shit!
Keep potting now.
Make sure you mark that, Gigi. Oh no.
He can't even throw the rock and throw it in. He gotta go pick it up. All right, fine.
Woo! Nah, top 5 fruits of all time.
Yo. No sponsorships. Nothing.
Yo! That was good. I thought it was hilarious. I still do think it's hilarious.
You know what? I think in a certain audience and people.
Absolutely.
Wrong audience and people.
It depends on who you're listening. Top 5 fruits of all time. In no particular order. I think it's mangoes.
Oh, I like mangoes too.
I think it's grapes.
Which ones?
Green grapes.
I like green ones too. I don't have an adversity to purple ones.
Purple grapes are better.
I like purple grapes, but I like green grapes.
I would prefer good purple grapes and not like the puny ones. I'm talking about paws, but the bigger ones.
Yeah, they're too much grape for me. You like putting them in your mouth, them little ball grapes. I know you're talking about them little giant ass got steroids in their ass grapes. I know you're talking about. They got the seeds in them.
Yes.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, you be back.
I do not. Pause. Hold up. And you say that the grapes got seeds in them is even worse. That is wild.
I'm screaming. Oh my god.
But yes. Okay. So what I say? Purple grapes, mangoes, pineapples. Love me some pineapples.
I love pineapples.
Woo. I don't really like fruit too much.
But that's not true. Really?
I don't.
You don't like strawberries?
They're okay. It's not like a
Think about. Okay, pineapple. Ooh, you like apples? Maybe green apples? I like green apples.
I like applesauce.
Yeah, you.
A plum. Plum is definitely up there.
You sure it's not a prune? It's a plum.
Nah, it's a plum.
I used to love plums, but I used to like the ripe, hard ones. I didn't care for the soft one. No. They're purple.
Oh. Now I like my shit to be soft. Pause.
Yeah, I don't want mine to be soft. I like mine to be like.
I bet you do.
I like that, but then sometimes they don't always have the flavor in it. But then even if they have a pocket of the soft spot, that means there's a juice, and I go, oh my god, I love plums. You know what?
Okay.
That could be on my list.
I like plums.
Plums are good. Okay, you know what? What did I'm gonna start taking things off. I really do like watermelon though. I like sugar cane too.
I think sugar cane is considered a fruit.
Yeah, isn't it a fruit? What do you think it is?
Just something that niggas chew on.
All right, continue.
I don't know if it's a fruit or not. But I think I'm gonna put watermelon up there. So for me, it's mangoes, fruit. Ooh, mangoes, fruit. Wow. Mangoes, purple grapes, plums, pineapple, watermelon. Just like a nigga.
Sugarcane is not a fruit nor vegetable. It is a type of
something niggas
narrow grass like bamboo.
Trash. They didn't just want to put something that
perennial grass. Sugar stores the sugar in the wow. Yeah, so it's not a fruit or a vegetable.
Something that niggas just bite on.
Yo, it's so good. It's so good.
My grandfather used to bring it.
Oh, you ever had canepas?
I don't even know what that is.
Yes, you do. It's like it's green and you bite into it and it has like this.
But you don't like it's like a big ass seed in it.
Yes, and then you just kind of suck on it and get the juices.
Those are the dumbest things ever created.
I love them.
Absolutely. What are you biting? What are you getting out of that?
Juices.
I bet you are. To give me a colapatuta juice.
All right, let's move on.
Whatever that shit is called. Any fruit you don't like?
Fruit I don't like. I didn't hear what you said.
You just barked that too.
I'm not even gonna respond because it's too much editing. Fruit I don't like. I'm not a fan of cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe. I'm not a. I mean,
you know what? I think I like cantaloupe and not a melon, or vice versa. I just know. Melon? I'm just like I'm thinking of like when I'm eating like a fruit, like salad. Like the things that I like, I'll eat. But if they're like super sweet and I'm on one, we out here. I'm eating all of it. But like I'll pick through it. I'm trying to think. I think it's a melon. Maybe I'm into cantaloupe, but I'm not into melons. But I like mangoes.
I love mangoes. I
don't care for kiwi.
Me either. I think people.
I think kiwi juice is like okay, but like to eat the kiwi
dragon fruit is the most overrated fruits in the world.
Because dragon fruit really don't taste like nothing.
Absolutely
it just
nothing.
Look like something, but it don't taste like nothing. I totally agree.
It is so pretty.
Yes, it's a pretty looking fruit. You know, even like when you like try to eat it, you're like, ooh, but it don't taste like anything.
No flavor, none
it's like, are
whatsoever.
You really a fruit? Why? What happened? Who took it away?
I don't care for bananas.
I didn't care for bananas until like my body was calling for bananas at one point in time. Pause. Is that a pause?
I mean, you're a female. If I would have said that, absolutely.
No. Yeah, and there's moments, but I also don't care for the soft bananas. You got to be a ripe banana. Like, I don't care for it, but it has to also have flavor in it. So I want it to be like, you know, crisp when I bite into it. Like, I don't want it to be like all soft and like, you know, ready to just let it go. Yeah, like I don't want that. Yeah. With the foreskin. I've been with someone like that.
With the turtleneck?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I can say if you have chemistry and you with it and the person is hygienically like making sure that their body is clean, you can enjoy it properly. Because if you know how to do it. If not, then you just going to be weird. Because you got to, like, slick it back. You don't just take it all in your mouth. Because then it's like you putting the sweatshirt in your mouth. You got to take the sweatshirt off. Or, like, take the sweatshirt kind of down like this. And then, or it's like a peekaboo.
And that was Penis Lessons with Gigi.
You know, all penises need love, you know? Oh, yeah, sure. Well, I'm just saying that you have either underestimated the thought process of this woman.
You don't think I prepared?
This is too much.
Every week, bro.
I'm ready.
The gist of this conversation is that I'm right and y'all wrong. What it do, people? Welcome to Convo 103 of Just a Conversation with Greg and Gigi. I'm the person that talks first. And I'm joined by my sister. What it do, shorty?
You be letting them overlap. Like, you gotta let yours, like, ride. Let it rest. Let them take in your laugh, Greg. Your name, Greg. You gotta
They
let them
get me
do
for a
that.
whole 2 hours.
That's not the point. The point is
They
that
hear me laugh
you
a
have a
lot.
tag. You just gotta let it rest. You know, like, you gotta let it breathe. Let them know who you are. You're the person that talks first, Greg.
And they know it.
And the person that did the intro, which was really dope. I thought I know I told you that I liked the new intro. I love the new intro. So toast to you, Greg.
Hey, cheers
I like
to me.
it. I think it speaks more to me than ever. Like, I feel like you took my personality and you put it on there. I like that. Thank you,
How are
Greg.
you?
I was complimenting you, Greg.
I appreciate it. No, that was a backhanded compliment of complimenting yourself.
How was I complimenting myself? The only way that I was able to do the
No,
intro
I
is
heard it wrong. Sorry. Nope. I understand.
You are. I'm the one that's on it, not you, Greg.
It's all right.
I guess we have it at the same time.
But how are you? What? How are you? How was your week?
It's like
How
you
was
proactively not talk to me today.
You spent like a whole hour.
I mean, not today, this week.
That
Wait,
is
Greg.
not-
Wait. Hi, everyone. Okay, Greg.
That's not true.
That's
I
how I
called you
felt.
twice this week. And you did not pick up the phone. Pick up the phone, baby.
I still don't. That doesn't change how I feel.
Okay.
I said we didn't talk. I didn't say you didn't call me.
You said you feel like I didn't purposely talk to you on purpose.
That's how I felt. You called me at times that I wasn't available, meaning it was on purpose.
Sure, because I know exactly what you're doing, every minute and every moment.
Well, that's subjective, y'all.
How?
Tell me.
I don't know what you do.
You know where I'm at.
No, I don't.
Okay, that's my choice.
Yo, you are a weird one, Mr. Grinch.
You think I'm a Grinch?
Wow,
you're a munch.
A what? What is you just made that up for no reason?
Oh, you thought I was feeling you?
I don't know what's happening here.
That's the song, Greg.
What song?
Ice Spice song.
Yeah, I don't even listen to. The only thing I know about Ice Spice.
You know the song, Greg. You know the song. Yes, you do know the song. That's the only song that you would know. Oh, you thought I was feeling you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You a munch, Greg.
All right. So, how are you?
What you know about Ice Spice, Greg?
Absolutely. You know what I know about Ice Spice.
What do you know?
What I know.
What do you know?
You never on social media, huh?
No.
Oh, she got a sex tape. Allegedly.
Moving on. This week went by super fast. It made me feel a little scary, I want to say, only because like January started, life hit me, and now I'm in February and I'm like, we about to get through the first quarter. What's up? And so it's been really tricky because I'm trying to balance sense of self, where I'm supposed to be, mental health, self-care, and even just trying to like keep myself going at the same time. And it's just like time is going by really fast, and I'm like, do I even have enough time to decompress or even let anything process? Am I supposed to just go? Am I supposed to rest in the first quarter? And then pick up like I never left in the second? Am I supposed to move like Mahomes, and even though I got the sprained ankle, I'm still playing? Like I don't. I'm really like new in this
football
because I've been watching football. I like it. Well, stop, Greg. Now you got me talking like I'm fresh out. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I did nothing.
No, because I think you underestimate. Like, yes, I'm girly, but I used to be a real big tomboy, Greg. You just have you ever known? You don't know that part of me.
No.
Yes, I used to play. Well, yeah, I used to play basketball.
No, you tell me every time, and I think it's still funny.
Really?
Well, you know, I think it's funny.
I was really fast too.
I bet you were.
It was. I love basketball. I used to try to play like flag football because obviously we can't do tackle because that would have been bad. But
They got a whole tackling league now for females. It's pretty good football too.
I like. Oh, yeah. Um. Outside of that, I'm still just trying to push through. I'm trying to stay positive. I do have my off days. I nutted. Thank you for your prayers. I knew it. I knew that if I put that out there, that it would have manifested and it would have came through and I would have been all right. Thank you. Now,
we clipping that.
now, am I fully healed? No. But it did
Just
feel
fully
good to
drained?
kind of. No, I don't feel drained. That's why we're still able to kind of like get through. Like I was able to kind of release something. I feel like there was like a lot of built up. I was telling y'all, like, I know I don't. Well, no, I share. Obviously, we're here now, but like I feel like there's like a lot of built up like just energy that I needed to release, and every time that I've tried, like it wasn't succeeded, and I finally. Now, granted, I'm gonna go back, but I'm even in a space where I'm okay. You know what? I'm good for a little bit. I can now kind of find a little bit of more footing, find more time for things, but I really needed it to get. But outside of me, Greg, how are you?
She can breathe again. Breathe.
A little bit. Greg, it was a problem, but now we're working through that. I mean, there's other. How are you, Greg?
I'm all right. I just been chilling, working, putting my head down, and just doing what I need to do.
Greg, don't be calling me. I'm just kidding.
The eye roll is real. I did not. I went to work every day this week, but I didn't go to work every day this week.
Yes, he did. Allegedly, he worked every day, even on Sundays if he has to.
Super proud of my numbers for powerlifting this week. Well, for the month.
What was that? I didn't. You put it on Twitter?
I did. Yeah. I did some pretty high numbers for myself. I think I could go even higher, but I just didn't have a spot for two of them. So, but it'll be all right. I think next month is gonna be even better.
Oh, I like that. Sexual transmutation, Greg.
Yeah, I keep telling you, I don't give two shits about that.
I'm trying to see you like in this space where you are not nutting and exchanging energy with individuals that are not worth your energy. That you're able to put that in You're able to put that in other things that allow you to see success in things that you are putting your energy into. Look at your ability to achieve. To even, I'm not saying that you wouldn't have done it if you was nutting, but just see how much more energy you're able to put into it because you're not nutting.
I disagree with all of what you just said.
I'm saying is that the difference, like the thing about sexual transmutation is that men
bullshit
men give, women receive. Even though energy is exchanged, that's why y'all got the swords. That's why we have the treasure chest.
Try again.
Okay, the sword holder. I don't know what you want to say. I don't know what you want to call it.
Sword holder is better, actually.
Whatever. Let's be great. Sometimes they keep it in there.
Good one.
All right, fine. And the idea is that men, when they are even when they're like most vulnerable, like they give in other ways because that's who they are known to be. So you ever notice like sometimes men that really don't have nothing, don't got one of the are considered or have the conversation that they may have really great penis. It's because they have nothing else to give, and at the same time, that's the only energy that they're able to provide. On the other hand, because somebody just popped into my head and I didn't want to shout nobody out. Homosexuals are real.
What?
But on the other hand, sexual
the fuck was that?
I just want to let people know that they are real.
We all know that already.
I just want to say.
Wow. That is woo.
I haven't had those experiences though, but I'm just saying, that they are real.
Like having sex with a homosexual?
Hobosexual, meaning an individual.
I dead ass thought you said homosexual.
No, Greg. That's politically insensitive.
I am so glad that I said something there because I thought you said homosexual.
Hobo with a B.
Didn't hear the B.
Hobo. Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay. Hobosexual is a person that tends to meet someone, have sex with them, and end up like living with them because they really don't have no place to stay. So it's not that I really want to be with you.
Who
Is that
made that up?
I don't have a. You know what? I don't really know. Believe it or not, I feel like
made up term, but
I think it makes complete sense though.
no, it's a good term. I just want to know who made it up. That is.
But yeah, but some people do that. Like they really don't have no place to stay, so they
profit off their penis
or vagina. Yes. But I feel like we're going off a tangent when I want to talk about sexual transmutation and the idea with men having swords and women having sword holders is that men are presented to provide this energy. That's why like you guys are provide like the eggs and the sperm, and we're supposed to harvest and we're supposed to grow those in us. So same thing, even though you're not providing us with a seed, you're still providing us with energy. And that's why people say like, be careful who you sleep with, because whatever energy that they're carrying, you can get that without you even knowing. You could have this chip on your shoulder after fucking somebody you never met before because they've been holding on to a lot of shit and they busted your ass and released it all in you. Even if it is, even if there was a condom, because that's still energy being exchanged. Now, even if there's not a condom, that absolutely provides a connection. So men, to even say that, because I think women are the prize. But men,
we are the prize too.
Women are the prize.
Men, we are the prize.
But I do believe that men harness. Without men and without women, we wouldn't be able to have children technically, outside of like science.
That ain't true.
Yes. And so that without one, I feel like I'm losing my train of thought, and I'm trying to. Basically. To conserve your energy and understand how much not only is your sperm is powerful, but the energy that you exert to whatever thing that you put your energy into. So think about it. Think about you and your passion when it comes to work, right? Then think about you and your passion when you're about to bust somebody's ass. Think about how much you put into it and how much you feel.
I got enough energy and effort for both.
Yes. But when it's somebody that you know that has some substance, and it feels different. When there's an exchange that the person that you want wants you, there's a different exchange. There's a different vibration. When you know that you're just getting off on something that you're just getting off, it's different. You feel different. You don't even feel as light. You don't even feel like, I want to make you a sandwich. I'm ready for you to go. I have relieved myself. Thank you for the experience, and go. Have you ever noticed that there's a difference between that? No? I've had those experiences. You haven't had those experiences? So that's what I'm saying is that, like, so you know that. And it's not even that there's anything wrong with the person. You just realize that this energy that you exchange, you no longer want to deal in that space. Thank you. And now you want to clear your space. You want to take a shower. You want to deal with your space alone. Is that because that energy that you exchanged with wasn't for you? You're laughing. What? Greg, what's up? We're on camera. All right.
Because somebody instantly popped in my head.
Damn, Greg.
Yo, can we please jump into topic?
Let's do it. I'm not. You want me to go first? What's up? Because I've been talking all this time, so you should just go first.
Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. So my topic is please.
Wow, this wasn't even banter. Who you thought about?
Yes. I still disagree with the whole trans.
That's what I'm saying. Sexual transmutation.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that.
You don't care about semen retention.
No, not in the slightest of it. And what? Not gonna put myself out there or any man out there, but no, I just don't. No. I would rather be intimate than.
It's not about not being intimate.
It is about not being intimate.
No, it's about controlling who you're. Not controlling, because obviously everyone's an adult and you can control who you want to be with. It's understanding, especially like as a single man, Greg, and even just as a single woman, is that you can exchange energy with anybody that you choose. Anybody.
Okay.
But once you realize that you don't need to have sex and that it's a want, that you are able, depending on where you're at, to choose partners that feed into that energy instead of taking it away.
You know, some people feel better after they release.
most men feel better after they release. It's just that the idea is that once you release, everybody feel good. It's what happens after you release.
Yeah, so for some people, it gets them going. Like, it makes them think clearly. It makes them work 30 times more. Like, their output is crazy.
Because of the energy that's being exerted back to them, Greg.
But you making it seem like that the person matters. And for me, I don't think that's necessarily the truth.
Okay. I just want you to think about that. But it's okay if you don't think about it. I think that you're thinking about it, and I think you okay.
I am thinking about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit. I'm just.
And like I said, it's whatever. I mean, I've done it, but I really think that it's a man thing. But I do believe that it harnesses other things and it allows your sperm to be more potent. I think it allows you as a man to be able to see even more confidence in yourself, because a man that can
fuck. How long does it have to be?
What?
For it to be considered, what's the word? This is how much I disagree with it. I don't even know what the word is.
Sexual transmutation?
Yes. How long does it have to be? Because say you're in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
Could that still be a thing in your
That's a conversation that you should have with your partner.
But so how long would that be?
Usually people that end up that are in relationships, I don't even know if it, and please you guys correct me, but they do edging, meaning then they're not coming. They may have sexual acts, but they will not come. So they are still part of sexual transmutation, because sexual transmutation is really you releasing. It's not about actually you getting off.
Is there a time like associated to this?
I don't know. But if I'm just giving you,
like every 10 times you have sex, you bust.
No, I think if I'm just giving you just a clear general my ring is missing. That's weird. I don't know where it is. If I'm giving you a clear general, sorry everyone, just thought, I think it's when you start setting markers for yourself. What I did for me was I wanted to go 100 days without masturbation, without sex, and I wanted to see if I was able to do it.
Did you succeed?
111 days, Greg.
Congratulations.
I know, and then I got my ass busted, and I was like, oh man, I'm so good to be back.
What was the ROI on
that? For me, I got to kind of tap into me more. Outside of my sexuality, I found out what my other parts of me that made me feminine, and outside of being sexual, I found other ways to be intimate, not just with myself, but with someone that I was interested in. I had to also relearn my femininity in that time, because I felt like I was like, I don't want to say I was overtly sexual because I love sex, but a part of me like always just want to like grab on someone, and I don't always feel like that's a thing. So I wanted to kind of revisit just me and where I was, and I learned more about who I was. I got more in touch with loving me. I got more in touch with what satisfied me. I got more in touch with what I wanted, what I needed, and like it was just more clarity into what it was. It just wasn't about getting off, because sex is amazing, but at the same time, like, it could be distracting. It can really take you away from what you have to do because you're so focused on the next nut, like it's a drug, instead of you actually trying to focus on what was going on. And for me, I was able to find a balance. Not saying that I got overly consumed with penis, which sounds amazing if I hear that in my like thoughts at this moment, but I did understand that there was a moment in time where that was like in my face, pause, and it was like a carrot. I just wanted to every time I did, and I was like, but what else do you what else can you do? Tell me what else can you do?
You are on one today.
We're here now. Yeah.
The wind outside is crazy.
Yo, it was stupid cold today, to the point where I was just like, this don't make any sense. It's gonna be colder tomorrow, and I hate it.
How was it gonna be colder. Today the lowest was like 16.
But that wasn't the expectation. That tomorrow is 25 and the lowest is 8. And that's just the expectation.
I'm gonna go for a walk.
You know what? To chap lips.
That's why you got chew gum. Jump into the topics?
Yeah, you go.
All right, so first topic of the night. What is your favorite quote from any form of media? That could be television, movies, songs, books, poems. Favorite quote?
Just do it, Nike. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I'm mad that one line made them billions of dollars. And it makes sense though. Just do that shit.
I mean you got a check mark. Where else are you gonna do it?
I thought it was funny how they came across that check mark too. And yo, I feel bad for that designer who created that logo.
Why do you feel bad for them?
She didn't ask for any royalties on it. She got paid $2,500 for the logo with no royalties on it whatsoever.
Shut us to that.
I feel bad for her.
Yes and no. It's just like someone getting a bad record deal. Like if you knew better, you would do better. But at that moment, you wanted to provide a service to a company. They gave you amount of money, and you took it. If you were aware of what could have happened, great. You also didn't know if they were going to keep it. You just know that they wanted to buy it.
You're right.
There's people that buy things and they just keep it in the cut and they never put it out there, but they just don't want no one else to use it.
I just thought that's just crazy. I would be sick.
Okay. So mine is from one of the books I've already brought up. It's called Many Lives, Many Matters.
Many Lives?
Excuse me, Many Lives, Many Masters. And it's by Brian Weiss. And the quote is, each person must be concerned with him or herself, with making him or herself whole. We have we have lessons to learn, each one of us. They must be learned. Sorry.
This is your favorite quote? You can't read it?
I circled it and I blocked the letters. I shouldn't have. I'm so sorry, everyone. Let me bring it back because I'm trying to see. Okay. Let me bring it back. I couldn't tell if it was the or one. Okay. Each person must be concerned with him or herself, with making him or herself whole. We have lessons to learn, each one of us. They must be learned one at a time.
This is the greatest quote reading of all time.
In order. Only then can we know what the next person needs, what he or she lacks, or what we lack to make us whole. That's the quote.
Why do you like it so much?
I like it because just going on this journey about like purpose and seeing things in real life being literally moved without me even making these moves is showing me that in order for me to really talk to y'all or even to be able to be here and sit here and really feel like I can make a change in the world is really starting to find that within myself. I can't think that I can make the world hold or a better place or provide perspective if I haven't done that for myself. And believe it or not, I thought I learned my lesson, y'all. I thought I was walking in my purpose. I thought everything was kind of aligned. If we go back a couple of episodes, I was living my best life. The world was a great place to be. It was like everyone should be with me. But then at the same time, it was like a tornado, hurricane, literally a natural disaster changed the whole platform of my life, even up until this moment. And it has just shown me that like there's other things that I need to learn. There's things obviously like I was given obviously everything that I thought that I was supposed to have, and it was taken away. And so there's something else that I need to do. There's something else that I need to go get. And so knowing that and allowing someone. And once I know that and I'm able to accept that, I feel like I'll be more comfortable to be saying like, hey, everyone's going to have their journey and you're going to find your answer within yourself. You might not even find your answers with me. My journey may just help you better understand where you're at, but everyone's going to find their own answers. You just got to allow yourself that opportunity. And it's scary, y'all. It's really, really scary. And that's why I like the quote. I like the quote because it allows you to know that you have to humble yourself. You are not perfection. Everyone has a lesson to learn. And even though you may think you're the smartest person in the room, I need you to walk out that room and go 2 doors over. You might learn something.
Not even that. Just even if you are the smartest person in the room, just know that someone is still smarter than you outside that room.
That's why. That's when you go into the next
but
room.
you can stay in that room if you choose to.
But that's what I'm saying. But how do you grow when you allow yourself to stay in a room when you're the smartest person? Who feeds into you? Yourself. I mean, and even if you're saying that you're feeding into yourself, then at that point in time, everyone just follows what your thoughts are.
I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying, like, in some, like, that's one perspective of that. I've always thought about when you said that, like, you should always want to be the smartest person in the room, because how do you grow? Yes, growth is important, but also being the smartest person in the room can be a positive thing as well, because it thrusts yourself to see yourself as the shit. I think that is a self-confidence that you need to have.
Absolutely. But you're making it seem like I'm only in one room. When I'm putting that into perspective, it's saying that in all aspects of your life, you have seen that you are like on the top compared to everybody else. Mm-hmm. Like you don't have an influence, you don't have an inspiration, you don't have a mentor. You're not able to see outside of your own greatness. And the thing is that your greatness is limited because you don't see outside of it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that there's not going to be in spaces where you're going to be the smartest one in the room. That's how you feel like you need to be smarter. No, you learn.
I don't disagree with you, and I think that's one perspective. I just think another perspective is that because I don't think enough people are in enough rooms where they are the smartest people, and because they're not in that room, they just always feel less than.
You think that they feel
like I think everyone should at some point in their life be in a position where they feel like they are the shit.
Okay.
And you only feel like you're the shit if you're in a room where you feel like you're better than everyone that's around you. I'm not saying
yes and no, because sometimes I feel like you can feel like you're the shit that you were allowed to be in spaces with people that are around you. So let's say that I'm a upcoming producer and I happen to be able to be around Pharrell and Swizz Beats and Timbaland, like because of how great although I may have been great, like I'm saying, like I may have been great in this room, I may not be the greatest in this room, but I'm around greats.
No, you're saying something completely different than what I'm saying, because I agree with that. I think that's just knowing that you belong. But some people never even get the chance to feel like they belong. And that's because they're always putting themselves in situations where they've never really got the chance to get those kind of compliments or to get that kind of like feeling that like, damn, I am really the best person in this room. So when I go to the next room or the next level, yes, I may not be the best here, but I do belong, because I know when I was in that other room, I was the shit.
But doesn't that mean that's the people that you surround yourself around?
Yeah, and
so that becomes subjective, because if I'm in a room and I'm learning from the greats and I don't expect myself to be as great as them and I still put myself down, like then that's on me. That's not on them. I've allowed the opportunity to be around people that are smarter than me, so I have nothing but opportunity to have knowledge to be poured into me at any time. So there's nothing that's limiting my greatness at this point. If I still feel less than at that moment when I have all these tools readily available to me, that's on me. That's not on them.
I'm not saying I agree with that too. I think that's all an internal thing for sure. And I think as much as that is an internal thing, like you said, that's on you. I think you can put yourself in a position where it's okay to feel like the smartest person in a room.
I think that there are certain times like I think that I'm the smartest person in the room.
Absolutely.
But that doesn't mean that's the spaces that I want to stay in.
No, I didn't say stay.
Like I like to be challenged. I like to be fed into, because when you are the smartest person in the room, people tend not to challenge you. They tend to listen and not ask questions. Or if they are asking questions, it's only complimenting what you're saying. It doesn't make you think any other way.
Absolutely.
But when I'm in a room with even someone that has the same intellect or the same motives or the same inspiration as me and able to like kind of like challenge my thoughts, even if they agree with me, allows me to see things outside of me. I need to. That's.
I 1000% agree with that's me too. Like I am definitely
we agree
in those rooms. I just think we do agree. I just believe that it's okay to sometimes hang out in that room where you are the smartest person just to build your self-confidence. Yeah. Go to both rooms, people. You got feet, walk. My quote.
You got feet, walk.
Nope, not doing that. So my quote is from the greatest comedian of all time. Don't care what any of y'all say. It's from Dave Chappelle, from the Dave Chappelle Show. Now follow me. When he was playing as Rick James, and he said they should have never gave y'all niggas money. That I know it was a joke. And all the negative connotations with the word nigga and all that. But when you think about that line, think about how great black people are when they have opportunities. When we have resources. Think about what we do. Nigga created a super soaker. When niggas got money, look at all these like athletes who have mad money and what they do for their communities now that they have money. They give back. LeBron James opens up one of the greatest schools in the country. I really believe, I do believe, white people don't want black people to have money because they're afraid of what we'll do.
History has shown that.
History has shown that, absolutely.
History has absolutely
shown that. That is my favorite, and because of that, like just because we all know that quote is way more profound than it's just a joke. They don't want to give us money. And they should never give us money because what we can do when we have money and resources is crazy.
They should give us money.
They should.
The thing is that like it actually gets deeper because it's more than giving us money. They don't have a problem giving us money now. We're getting paid.
Go for it.
It's about the control.
Ooh,
it's about power. It's not about the money now. They can give us millions. But if we still getting paid by somebody, we don't have real power. We don't have real influence. We are only influenced based off who controls everything.
Absolutely.
So at this point, it's not even about giving the money. The idea is that the same way that they're pouring into communities, they're finding other ways to take away from the community. So it's like a balance. It's checks and balances at this point. And I also believe that.
And that's sorry to cut you off.
It's okay.
But even to say, like, even in that vein of thought, think about how many black people are now becoming the people that is cutting the check.
Yes, but guess what? They're still. It's getting to the point where we are now seeing that even as business owners, there's still people above us. There's still these corporations. There's still these labels. There's still these streaming platforms that we're still using in order to get these brands, getting these platforms out. So yes, we are owning these businesses, but what are you using to use these businesses? These website platforms. Guess who's building these website platforms? When you're using us, podcasting, when you're streaming, what platforms are you promoting your streamings? Like, it's still going into the idea of no matter of the ownership that we have at this point, there's still someone above us that's still controlling that profit line. We're gonna get this number. There's always somebody at the top making more than us because we need that in order for it to work.
I don't disagree.
Okay, I mean that's fine. I want to get up, so.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Okay, okay.
No, go ahead. Say your thoughts.
No, I'm done with my thought. I don't have anything. I said what I said.
You said what you said?
I said what I said, and I said it. I want to fill my cup, and so I want to figure out when I can do that. Wherever I did over there works. I don't think I need to put more of that in there because I'm here. But everything else, I like it. I like it.
Oh, you talking about your concoction?
Yeah.
Got it.
I was living my best life.
Yeah, so I know my topic was very quick. Sorry. I just thought it was cool.
Well, the thing is that like I wish I would have like had more time because I probably would have been more like open because I have so many quotes, like so many books that I've read. But recently, if that was one of the books I read, and I've actually took screenshots and like I've circled like those quotes, like that's how profound when I was reading it at that time, and where I was. So I was just like, And actually, when I was even looking for a topic, like it popped up, and I was like, I said, no, well, that works for me. So
I understand.
yeah, I feel like there's other quotes too. You know, fucking through it. I think that's a really good quote. Nut if you buck.
What is wrong with you?
T-shirt and my panties on. I don't know, Greg.
To be honest, we all liars.
I'm just saying. That didn't go with mine.
I didn't care because I was trying to get out of your nastiness of mind thoughts.
I don't even know how I got here. Oh, quotes.
Yeah.
I was giving you song quotes.
Yeah, you was giving me the sure. Okay.
Oh, there's a quote from a book before we leave your topic. There's a quote from a book called 11 Minutes where, and please, I'm just paraphrasing, basically is the person that you're in love with may not be your greatest lover, and the person that's your greatest lover may not be the person that you're in love with. I mean, that is going to, I'm sorry. Your greatest love may not be your greatest lover. But
Are we talking about a person?
Yes. And your greatest lover may not be your greatest love.
Disagree with that.
No, I think that you can meet someone that you can have phenomenal sex with and you can not be with them.
Why gotta be such a physical thing? Why is the physicality the only determination of love?
Because that's in this.
If that's what the quote was. If that's what the quote was referring to, okay, then sure.
Okay, so what did you take from the quote? Because the thing is I read the book, so I understood where she was coming from.
Got it. Because when you say lover, I don't necessarily only equate that to just sex. I'm thinking, when I think of, I guess, lover.
Because remember, she said the greatest love, your greatest love of your life, may not be the person that might be your greatest lover. Meaning, just because like the person that is supposed to be with you may not have the best sex in the world, and the person with the best sex in the world that you've ever had may not be the person that's supposed to be the love of your life.
Oh, okay.
What did you get out of that?
I think I just heard it wrong.
What did you hear?
I was thinking about just like I think what I heard from the first time you said it was like
selective listening.
Wow, or just not understanding too. But that the person that you love, your greatest lover. I don't know what I heard now that you resaid it because now it's stuck in my head the way you said it.
Okay, so I said your greatest love, your greatest love may not be your greatest lover, and your greatest lover may not be your greatest love.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay.
I didn't hear that the first time.
Okay, I may have not even said it. I don't know how I said it the first time. But then that was one of the quotes that like spoke high to me because she was just a woman, also just kind of finding herself in that space, and she found someone who she was literally like chemistry, sexually on point, but it wasn't there, and she found someone that was there mentally, emotionally, and sexually, may have not provided her with the same feeling that she had with old boy.
You think those people could be in a relationship?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't care what nobody say. If you are pleasing someone physically, that's going to be a detriment to your relationship.
I don't. But ask me the question because I think you fast forward and I don't know.
No, because I was saying, do you think people like that can be in a relationship who is with someone just because they check every box but the intimacy box?
I think yes. I think some women do that. I don't know if men do it, but I know that some women do it.
I just don't see why. You know what? That is fair.
But I you know what? I think that men do it too. They just probably end up cheating, but I think that men do it too.
But so should they be in a relationship? Is the question. If you cheat, you shouldn't be in a relationship.
No, because I think that, and also it depends on some people's background, some people's stories. Some people never even had sex before they even got married. That's one. But even for the people that understand that I could have been with the best dick of my life, but he was treating me like shit, and I met someone that gives me everything that I want, and maybe not give me that.
But it has to be a standard. Like I'm not saying like when I say
I
the
haven't been there
intimacy
yet.
is lacking, I'm not saying like they on a scale of 1 to 10 they at a 1.
No.
Like they gotta be I would imagine.
Say like they're a 7 and you are used to a 10.
And sometimes they could go as high as an 8.5
on a good day.
On a good day.
Okay.
Right?
But it's still not the 10. But that's what I'm saying. That's like saying that you've had filet mignon and now you just want to go and get Applebee's steak.
10 to 7, but 10 to 7 is 3. 10 to 1
okay,
is
I wouldn't even put
10.
Applebee's steak as a 7. I would probably put.
I'm about to say, don't even do that because that shit is dry.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I'm just saying, like, people. Would you say that the person who
Steakhouse or Longhorn? That's okay. You go Ruth Chris, then you go to like Longhorn or something like that.
Yo, I had a friend who was like,
when we go to this segment, I'm going to refill. So, like, once this segment is over, I just want to tell you that. Go ahead.
Why you gotta do that, man? It's gonna make so much work in editing. But checking. Listen, all I'm saying, not really. If you would, do you think that the person who, like I said, the person who finds the person that like checks all the boxes, but the intimacy box, that's crazy. The intimacy box has to be at a certain level for them in order to stay in that relationship. Mm-hmm. But if it's not, do you think that they could be in a relationship?
Yeah.
In denial?
It's not about being in denial.
That sounds like denial.
It's not denial. It's that.
What do you put intimacy at in a ranking for a relationship? And I'm not talking about love.
I think it starts with chemistry. Once you have chemistry, that's one thing. Mm-hmm. After that, then it's like, does our body complement each other when we're intimate? But at the same time, people learn each other's body at different times, maybe even being the comfort level. So if you check all these boxes and we might be at a 7 and maybe you might give me an 8.5, that gives me a moment where I realize that I could work at a 10, but I'd rather work with my 8.5 that checks all my boxes than deal with the 10.
What if the highest that he could give you is a 4?
Why was I there?
Because he checks all the other boxes.
Then they're not all my boxes. That's not my box. Now my boxes.
That's what I'm saying. You be agreeing with me.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Because I'm saying, you would agree that the intimacy level needs to be at a certain level in order for you to move forward with that relationship?
No, because I'm about to give everybody. I'm about to start potting. I dealt with a man with a really small penis, like a small penis.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to tell you is that
what was his sex level though?
It didn't matter. It does. No, matter. Most of the time I didn't feel it. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. It was just that I was into him and he was into me, and I decided that I wanted to be with somebody with a small penis, and the penis was so small it was stupid, but he was sweet and he still found a way to get me off. It was like maybe I kind of like rubbed my clit onto like the penis at some point where I kind of like combusted or something like that. Combusted, like I'm a oh my God. No, but I'm serious. So it's not like, so even though the sex wasn't like great, yes, we were together. I've done that. But the thing was that I went back to my ex. I was like, he checks all the boxes. He's amazing. He has a car. Like at this time, I think I was like early, maybe, mind your business. But he had a car, like he had a little change in his pocket.
Question to agree with me.
But
that's
not always important for everybody. I know women that don't care for sex.
Oh
no! If everybody knows me at this point, I've been praying for a nut. Obviously, you cannot tell me that I'm about to spend the rest of my life with a man that's not gonna make me come, and then but God forbid anything happens to me, I'm supposed to stay by his side, and he ain't never make me orgasm. Oh, no, thank you. No. We can't be broke, and I'm not nothing. We got to figure it out. No, because my idea is that I'm always going to make money, and my partner is going to be a multimillionaire. We're going to build businesses and an empire. But the idea that everything's been taken away from me, and the one thing that I know that we can do without any type of money, thought, or feeling is have sex, and I can't even get that right.
Broke and not nothing is the name of this episode. Absolutely.
You can't do both. You got to pick one of the other.
Broke and not nut. that is.
That's crazy because I was thinking something else.
That is hilarious. I think we're good with this topic.
Okay. My topic is: do you remember your first crush?
Mm-hmm. Sure do. What about that first crush?
Do you remember them? Tell me how you met them. How did you know that they were your first crush? What makes it them your crush? You want to talk about what a crush is?
Yeah.
All right.
What is a crush? Only because is it like you shot your shot? Or is it a crush? Is it like just an internal thing like, oh, I like you?
Oh, I like you. I should clip that.
That's fine. That's fine. But is it just like a simple thing is like, I like you, but you don't know I like you, so I do weird shit?
I think there's levels to it. I think that a crush initially is just showing interest in someone, even if they don't know. And that's just like telling somebody that you're interested in someone. Like, I think somebody's cute, Greg, or whatever. Like that initially makes them my crush. They may never know. I may have never interacted with them.
So it's the absence of knowledge of the other person that makes it a crush.
No, because I think that a crush sometimes could still be someone who knows that you're interested in them, but may not be in a position for them to reciprocate that feeling.
So both parties know that I like you, but the other party doesn't act on it, or I don't act on it.
No, that they okay. So let's say so in a crush scenario in that sense would be we'll just use us, right? That's weird. Okay. She tells you that she likes you, right? You're like, oh, okay, but you don't really like her like that.
Okay.
And you told her that, like, I appreciate that you like me, but I'm not really trying to date right now. I'm, kind of busy.
So you crushed her.
Sure. I knew you was going to find a way. But basically, like, so it doesn't take away that she still has a thing for you, that she's attracted to you.
So the crush still remains.
Yes, because it's not. I think a crush stops happening when it's reciprocated, or you decide that you're no longer interested in that person.
Okay. I can see how.
Or even like fairly in the beginning stages of dating, I think I would say that's still kind of crushing on someone, because at this point you're still getting to know them, learn them.
Is a crush a fantasy?
No.
Why wouldn't it be? That's what it sounds like. Because you're fantasizing about being with this person.
No. Okay. What?
Not.
Okay, just
everything is not sex.
I didn't say that. I did because I don't. Again, I'm not the person that like I don't.
Well, when you crush on someone, you don't fantasize about being with them?
That's not true. I guess this depends on the levels of crushing, but I guess.
It gotta be fantasy.
Because I guess, because then you are interested enough to actually want to interact with them, be with them. Like, I understand what you're saying.
Yo, I just got Gigi to agree with me on the podcast.
It's not that I don't agree with you, Greg. I be agreeing with you, Greg.
No, you don't.
All right. I feel like my lips ain't right, Greg. I'm about to get back up. I don't feel right. Let me see.
Why don't you use your phone?
That's what I'm about to do.
Look, let the whole cameras just see you looking at your phone.
I don't like this. I don't like it, Greg, but it's okay.
I told you to get up, get your drink.
I know, but when I got up to get my drink, in my mind, my lipstick was right there.
Ooh, and it wasn't.
No, it was. I just totally forgot because I decided to go to the left instead of the right, because it was on the right side instead of the left side. I saw what was on the left side, and I said, that matters more right now.
That's rough.
Yo, shit gets hard.
So yeah, crushes,
yeah. I think that when fantasize about being with them.
I think it definitely.
I can see it. Like, you want to like get to know them, or like, I guess, but you make it a little creepy when you say it like that. So, but I understand what you're saying. I agree.
We live in a creepy creep world.
But yeah, because I'm also thinking about like when. No, you're right. Because when I was crushing on my first crush, I thought we would have had like kids together. I felt like we were gonna like grow old together, and I was probably like what, like 11 or something like that. I was like young. I was so young.
You know what? My first crush was in kindergarten.
It probably was even younger. It's probably like 8 or 9. I was like in maybe even 7.
You remember the name of your first crush?
Yeah.
Me too.
His name was Nicholas.
Ivory James.
He had glasses and he was like smart but geeky but still like cute. And we was like, I was in Saturday school. Do you remember Saturday school?
No.
Oh, okay. So yeah, no, like I was like overly educated. Every time I thought I did something fun, it always had to do with education. So there was like a program going on in Jersey City where you would attend school and then you would get to choose different programs and to learn different things. You can do swimming class, you could do photography, you could do writing. Like,
what you choose?
I chose photography, swimming, and I always wanted to go in the water. But it was something else I did.
How were your photography skills?
It was trash.
Cut the programs.
We was using what? This is when they had the Fuji cameras.
You know, ironically, I take a lot of pictures. I've never taken a picture on one of those.
Yeah, we were taking on the Fuji cameras. I'm trying to think. There was another class. But anyways, whatever class I was in, I know that he was in one of those classes. And I used to think he was like so handsome and so cool. And I would tell my mama about him. And I'm like, oh my God, Mom. I was like, because that's like, okay, I'm giving out too many information. But anyways, I was like, he is so cute. And it even got to the point where like I tried to memorize his mom's license plate. And I was like, maybe if I would memorize it, like there'd be a day where I'm
a creep.
Well, yeah, I was young and I knew that like I was going from like I grew up in Jersey City, but I've also always lived in Irvington at the same time. So like for me, like if I met somebody that was in Jersey City, there's a possibility I'll never see them again unless like we were in the same vicinity because I'm not always in Jersey City. And so like I would think that there would probably be a time that we would run into each other. And I know that there was like a time. I think it was like at like Macy's or something like that. And I was like telling my mom and I was like, oh my God, Mom. That's him right there. And he was I never told him that I had a crush on him.
Really?
Yeah. I never told him. I built a whole life with him and I was like, our kids are gonna be amazing. One of them is gonna wear glasses. He was just so cute. And he wasn't even like big, like even to know like my attraction now and who he represented. I just think it was his intellect that really like got me going. Until this day, I don't know if you've ever known that I've had a crush on him. My first crush, I don't think knows that I had a crush on him.
Well, if you're listening now, Nicholas, shoot your shot.
Don't shoot it, please.
At GQCarly7 on Twitter.
Relax, Greg.
They know. We tell them every time. It's in all of our marketing material. Yo, my first crush, Ivory James. And what's funny is...
You said Ivory Greg. I said, oh, she was made for you. Daydreaming and I'm thinking of you.
Yo,
Daydreaming
I could tell you some stories about Ivory.
In kindergarten?
Yo, we was...
Nasty. What is wrong with y'all?
Listen.
What is y'all, 4? 5? How old are you in kindergarten?
6, maybe? I don't know.
No. You have a child. You know how old you're supposed to be in kindergarten. How old you supposed to be in kindergarten?
She's going to 5 or 6. Yeah.
Greg, think about that.
Chill.
OMG, you know what? I think I definitely was 9 or 10. Now that I'm thinking about it, I definitely 10, 11. What?
There's 2 things about like kindergarten that I would always remember vividly. One was in class. It was me, my boy Anthony at the time. I'm talking like we were older. My boy Anthony and Ivory had a friend named Katrina. We
Go, Greg.
We used to sneak under the table.
In kindergarten?
Yo.
You're not in the 1st grade, 2nd, 3rd.
Nah, kindergarten.
Not even the 5th grade.
Nah. We used to sneak we used to do wild stuff under the table. Yo, kindergarten in PS41 was crazy. And then
I went to PS40 for Saturday school.
You need to stop saying Saturday school like it's a badge of honor.
Yo, you guys didn't do that. You guys didn't even have like. There was also like a summer program. That's how I ended up being also in a summer program where like I got to work and I got to go to school at the same time during the summertime.
Resources, opportunity.
That's why like look just to let you guys know, until I don't know if you know. That's why my mom didn't care for me to work at that place. She was like, "You have all these opportunities to do this," and like, "Why are you wasting your time?" At this place, she was like, "You have networking capabilities, like you have this space," and I was like, "But I love this space. I loved how I felt here. Like, like it. Not only was I helping little people, I also was, feeding into myself, and I thought it was really, really dope." But she just she didn't care. No, not at all. I remember that time. She was just like, "Why are you here?" Did you see when she pulled up on that? No, you probably wasn't there. You always be going.
I probably was there, just don't remember it, or I was too young.
Probably. Okay, go ahead.
But wait, the second time was kindergarten graduation, and she wore this dress and did a spin, and the dress came up, and I thought it was the coolest thing I ever seen in my life. Like, when people spin and they dress and the dress
like
comes
a little
up.
Spinner.
Sure, I don't know.
It's because you saw her booty. Like, what did you like?
No, I just thought the dress was cool. It was the coolest thing I ever seen at the time. I'm in kindergarten.
At this point, you guys are going under tables. I don't know what you guys are doing in kindergarten. I am talking to my kids.
You wouldn't believe.
There's no baby shark over here. Ain't nobody swimming over here. Stay on land. Ain't nobody getting wet over here. Okay.
Shit. We wish Coco.
Only mommy, and daddy shark is supposed to keep you swimming. Y'all supposed to stay on land. Mind your business.
Shit, we wish Cocobella was available at the time.
What?
We might have had different kind of things to think about and do.
No, thank you.
Nap time. Ooh-wee. Yep.
You know what?
Shout out to Ivory.
Ivory, I just want to say to you, I can't take away your experiences because something obviously happened that allowed you to feel like you were able to sexualize yourself so young at that age. And for some people feed their sexuality at different ages. So I'm not even trying to offend you if you are tapping into this, if you ever tap into this. But I would want to say is that I don't think it was okay that, like, even for my child to even want to explore themselves, I wouldn't want them to explore with anybody else in kindergarten. I still want them to be able to, like,
Yeah, as a parent myself, absolutely don't want that to happen.
Absolutely. Like, but even just understanding just, like the little girl and understanding like what is she doing? Like where is she getting that where she's what is she receiving?
Really bad now.
Well, at this point, like you're a child too, so it's not like I'm not putting you in, but it puts you in a space where you're like, where does she what happened to her where she felt like that is okay, or where it's something where she's able to receive it. I'm not saying that kids don't play around or explore, but it seemed just by your story just seemed too adamant. It seemed too natural for her. It didn't seem like, oh, like I'm curious, I'm gonna start touching and oh my God, that's the thing. It seemed more that she seemed really familiar.
She never touched my junk.
I didn't say that. I don't know what happened. I'm just saying is that you guys went under whatever tables at this
Canceled. No, I understand what you're saying. Like I 1000% understand what you're saying. And even like I said, as a parent, of course you don't want your kids to be exposed to these things. Like, especially at an early age. That's why I'm so against sex education before high school. Should not happen.
See, and I think I'm torn now. And this is the thing. This is why. Because I think there's a difference between sexual education and understanding about sexuality. Because of the world that we're in and how much the internet is free and you're able to kind of literally Google. I've seen kids on YouTube find Lamborghinis and I'm like, how you know how to spell that? You're 3. Like, so the idea that they should understand because I get it. To understand sexuality is to get sex. But the thing is that if and people in Europe, specifically Amsterdam, and I saw it firsthand, they are not, or they don't have an issue with sexuality when it comes to providing that to their children or showing it. It's literally like seeing titties or an ass or penis. Like it's not something that seems vulgar. It's not something that's hidden. They understand it, and they also understand that it's not something to over sexualize either until it's sexualized. And then they also have the conversation with their child about sex. So, and even like when I went to
who's
Amsterdam,
having a conversation?
The parent. But I realized that all parents are not taking those initiatives. So I can't just say that it's put it on the parent, because then now we're putting that same space with the parents that are teaching their child whatever they want to teach them into the schools, into these spaces, in these public spaces, where now for the kids that are not having these conversations are receptive to whatever was told.
So I don't want to be the type of person that just points out the problem without giving a solution.
Okay.
If you want to teach sex in school, I just think you should be hand in hand with parents. And I get it. Every parent isn't hands on with their kid. But I think you can send a memo to the parent and say, hey, this is what we're about to start discussing.
I don't think it's a memo. I think they should provide the curriculum in itself.
A memo, anything, like something. Just give the parents the heads up. Hey, this is about to happen. And this is what we're about to start teaching.
Yes, if you decide to keep them in school that day, yes, I agree.
That's on the parent now, because we've told you.
Yes.
Like, that's all, speaking as a parent, that's all I would want to know.
I agree with you.
Like,
I agree.
You could teach it, sure. But the thing is, let me know that you're about to do this, because one, we may have different ideologies.
Yes, and that's why I think that it's just more about a memo. Don't tell me like, hey, we're having sex education week. You can decide to keep your kid in school. Yeah. I want you to provide me with the curriculum of what you're being taught to my child.
Absolutely.
Because what you're teaching is I may agree with you with some things, but there's many things I'm not agreeing with you.
Absolutely.
I don't want to say, okay, just because they told me this is what they're doing, but they're not providing me with what information that's provided. No, there's a curriculum. You obviously have to go through a syllabus and whatever that you're teaching, because it's supposed to be universal in that sense, that you can't tell me that you don't know what you're telling to my child. So then it gives me the option to say, I'm going to allow my child to participate this week or whatever days and not. So I agree with you. I think
Absolutely.
that the child, but I think that the idea that even cartoons, social media, everything has allowed either some type of relationship,
that's why I've kind of softened my stance on, even though I even just said it in this episode, I kind of softened my stance on when sex education should be introduced to a kid. I think I'm just more about just letting the parents know first.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like at two, like, I think that anytime that your child is ready to go out into a society and you're allowing them to no longer, you know that you're no longer their primary guardian because you're allowing someone else to take care of them. No, they shouldn't know about sex. They should also know what's not okay.
Absolutely. If you could bring Dare in at 4th grade, like, I think it's funny that we all, if you ever like had a Dare cop come talk to y'all?
Yeah, but I know still people that own that shit, so.
I just think it's so funny.
But I almost remembered the cop's name and I forgot, so.
I touched the cop gun and he popped me.
I would have popped you too.
He was standing next to me. I was like, he said, don't ever do that. I said, hey! I could have sued him. He hit me.
He could have arrested you.
As a kid?
It's not 2023, but.
You're right. That was 4th grade.
Wait, what school you were going to?
4th grade, 15.
I was like, okay, I know the precinct that's by there. So that's you probably would have been fine.
Oh, the precinct.
It's because okay. Fun story. Because I worked at Foot Locker and Hudson Mall at one point in time, there were times where we needed police there because they would have like people on lines and stuff like that. So different districts, depending on the release, not even different districts, usually around that area, would come over there, and then that's how I would meet and know the cops. So that's how I know them. It's not really like, oh my God, I've had trouble. It's just I've interacted with them working at Foot Locker.
Okay, sure. Contrary to, I've never stood on line for a sneaker.
Me either.
Never will either.
You know what? That's not true. I have, but that's because I needed another pair, and although allegedly it was guaranteed, I needed to make it seem like it wasn't.
Oh, got it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I was standing online like waiting. It's like I had to stand online to save face.
Yeah, I've never stood online for a sneaker. Never will.
Yeah, and that was okay because I didn't have to like stand outside, but I still had to stand. I definitely did have to stand. We did our crushes.
I know. Shout out to you, Ivory.
Hi, Nicholas.
Nicholas, if you're watching.
I thought we were gonna have babies. I think he only had like his mom. I only saw him like with his mom. I've never seen him with his dad, but I always felt like
you know what he looked like today.
No,
I
think no. I would be because I don't remember his last name.
What school?
I don't know. Remember, I was going to a Saturday program, so it was different kids from different schools going to this program. That's why I never saw him. Like it was only Saturdays. I didn't, and maybe even if I knew the school, I can't say that I remember now. But we never saw each other. I don't want to.
We can.
I don't want to. He's not even on the attraction level that I have anymore.
How do you know?
Because I know what I'm attracted to.
But what if
he has 6 baby mamas and 3 kids?
You sure?
6 baby mama and 3 kids. That's crazy. No, I'm good, Greg. You want to find Ivory?
I was upset that I had to think about that too long.
6 baby mama and 3 kids? Yeah, that sounds crazy.
On so many levels. Wow. I am really mad that I had to think about that.
Yeah, no. I'm totally fine. I think that him being my crush, like I think that was cute to just know. I personally just like the idea that I was able to like share with my mom how like giggity I was about having a crush on a boy that I know that I only saw once a week, once a weekend, and if he showed up, because sometimes we weren't even in the classroom. Sometimes they split up the classroom depending on how many kids showed up. So sometimes I would never even see them until like
your mom didn't even have to wake you up for Saturday classes. She was just up. You was
that's
ready.
Not true. She had to get me there. It was leaving that was a problem. I never have a problem with
getting up.
No. I never have a problem with leaving. It's getting me there that's the problem. I don't have a problem with leaving. We could leave right now. But getting there,
I attest to that.
Don't. I'll get there.
She leave for everything, y'all. We good?
I won't be late for my wedding.
Yeah, right. Ready?
Yes.
All right. Thank you for making it to the end of this episode with us. We are now at the part of the episode where we talk about, conversation. We're at the part of conversation where we have a new dialogue. New dialogue is just a part of the show where we have mini banter about something that we found interesting this past week. Would you like to start us off? Should I start us off?
Go ahead, Greg.
All right, so I will start us off. So I completed listening to Stephen A. Smith's memoir.
I should have went first. Okay, sorry.
Well, she's salty, y'all.
I'm sorry. I just believe that.
What you believe?
That the Greg, when Greg, even before the book came out, Greg, he was telling me he was gonna go. Oh, I was gonna disrespect you, Greg, and I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna do that because it's not even that deep for me to say what I was gonna say. I just want to tell you that no, you know, because you'd have been like, "What was that for?" You went crazy. If you want me to tell you, if you care enough off mic, I will say it, but don't get offended at that point because I didn't say it. Right. Anyways, they told me that you want to get this book. I said, all right, Greg. I said, you know what, Greg? Because I am aware of Stephen A. Smith, I was like, I'll read the book with you because then we can even talk about it off, on mic, whatever. I'm with it so then we can finish the book. I love audibles. Why not? I bought the book, Greg.
What?
I bought the book.
Okay.
I waited for you to say, gee, I'm about to...
I told you I was getting a book on Tuesday. I
don't know what that means. What did... Greg.
You knew I wanted to read the book. I said I'm getting the book on Tuesday. I'm just gonna let it sit there.
No, Greg. You could say, Gigi, I'm about to start the book. It's not like you're opening the book and you're reading it now, because also take this into consideration. Not like you're reading the, and even if that was the case, you'd be like, Gigi, I'm reading the first chapter. And I'm like, all right, let me press play. You didn't. You decided that you wanted, I finished the book. Now I have this book that I was waiting to read with you. You read it already. But, that's okay.
We don't belong to a book club, Gigi.
We could have. You took that away from us now. The first book that you've read in probably like years, we could have definitely like.
I read my Bible often.
On his phone.
Still a book. Is it not? Is it not? Is it not?
Yes, Greg.
Anyway, yes, I finished the Stephen A. Smith memoir.
Oh my gosh, Greg, you finished the book.
But check this out. The book was great. He was great. I thought, and he recorded the book in his own voice, so I thought that was even fire. Straight shooter, I would recommend it. But I did take a clip from the audio book, and I'm gonna talk through it so we don't get sued. But I thought it was a very good quote that he that
play it, Greg.
Book. I'm going to play.
Sorry,
it.
just kidding, y'all.
Wow,
I'm just a little angry at him.
And the reason why so many of us are frustrated today is that we are pacing around in the cage of a job or a life or a situation
That's what I'm talking
that
about.
has limited us. We may not have the background for it. We may not have the training for it.
No,
but our instincts tell us
that's where we're supposed to be
out there.
That sounds like like your passion. That sounds like your purpose. That sounds like, like that's where you're supposed to be.
Yes.
And I feel like that was it's a sentiment that I feel like has been told from different people in different walks of life at different times. It's just like when you hear it, it speaks volumes depending on where you are. But I totally agree, and that's why I think that's why purpose and passion, and even like that our stories are written, is that things get removed from us even without our actual control. Yeah. And that means it's because there's other things that we're supposed to be doing and we're clearly not seeing it. And sometimes we get lost in the space of, you was talking about the tiger, and just understanding that like, I know that there's something more than here. But all you've been giving me, but you've only given me this, and I'm supposed to accept it because you feed me, make me sure that I'm okay, and I'm supposed to sustain this. But at this point in time, like if I break out of here, like I can conquer all this shit.
Never give y'all niggas money.
Oh, that was like your two thing. That's where you're going.
No, but I just put those two together. The reason why that was like that was just, I guess when I heard it, I was like, dang, that's crazy. So I've been having some self-doubt just about I am going for a really high position at my job that I don't have all the experience for. And I started to feel like, I'm probably not supposed to be there. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to make that big of a jump. It's a real big jump. But after hearing that, it was like hearing that, and then the meeting that I had this morning, which is like confirmation of like, nah, nigga, you meant for something else, and I think you're meant for that. And I don't know, I've been this past like month, I just been like, feel like I've been wallowing around a cage professionally, and it's like, why is that?
Oh, that's very good, because maybe because I've been like in my own shit that I haven't really seen that in you, but I've also seen you like try to put distractions around you at the same time. And never take second guessing like what your path is like. But what I want you to always realize about yourself is that you kind of usually get what you want. Like once you set yourself through that tone. So to hear you say that, I definitely can understand that, because it's like, unless there's certain like things that you're looking for, but you kind of check all the boxes. If I'm just thinking about it on a
and you're right, because that's usually
on a logical basis. But because
I set my mind out to something, I usually go for it and I get it. But I mean, I'm human. I have those moments.
Yeah,
of doubt.
I think that anything.
And I think just that quote and what, like I said, this meeting that I had this morning was all just like one confirmation, just a reminder that like, nigga, you good. You can do this.
Yeah, it even go back to you and even to what it was saying is that like, the experiences that a lot of the experiences that we have is because people are giving chances in in the beliefs that they have in us because of what we've already accomplished at this point in time. Mm-hmm. And although I can see how you may have doubted yourself, and I think it's you're not seeing you outside of you. I think it's you just seeing you and like, this is what I do. So, I mean, like, this is my greatness. But I think if you see you outside of you, seeing what you have just done, not just for yourself, but for this organization in itself, that's a no-brainer to even consider you.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? Like, you're like the person that's like, yo, like, you're supposed to get the Grammy. So you're definitely going to be a nominee, regardless of the fact of who wins, because you've earned that right to even be considered.
Yeah, absolutely. I 1,000% agree with you. And yeah, just like I said, it was just a good reminder.
My hands a lot. Sorry.
That I thought that quote was dope, and I think a lot of people should listen to what he was saying just about they put tigers in a cage for a reason. Like, I think that's very profound when you think about it, because he was getting at, like, well, you heard the quote more before even that part, but he was like, you put a tiger in a cage because a tiger's instinct is that there's something bigger out there. So, like, if they get out of that cage, who knows what's going to happen with that tiger? And I think that's true for a lot of us. Like, I think a lot of us are caged in to situations, whether it's relationships, whether it's jobs, whether it's just any type of situation. I think we've caged ourselves in a sense too, that if you break out of that cage, you don't know what's gonna happen. I think you should take that risk and figure it out.
I like how you put that, because then I didn't even see that spin to it until you put that into perspective. Is that like, it's not even what people have put you in, it's what you have allowed you, like, you put you in. Sometimes you're the person that's walking into the cage and closing the door.
Absolutely. I'm gonna share another quote with you from this book.
That's okay. Let's go. Let's do it.
Huh?
Let's do
I have it if you want me to play it.
Let's play it. If you already have it,
I do.
Oh, you use it, like, do the bookmarks and things.
No, I screen record a lot.
Oh, okay. You can bookmark it.
I did.
In there. Okay.
Why'd you even bother telling mommy, she said. You know she's gonna look at you and make you look at yourself before she even thinks about anybody else. When are you gonna learn? I had to laugh at that.
You have to.
She was absolutely right. Own what you say and do, my mom always said. Stand on it, even if the fallout is something that is not in your favor.
Preach on it. The gist of that quote, or that section was that I guess resonated with me, was that his mom made him realize that, like, don't blame the police officers for being arrested. You got arrested because your license was suspended. If your license wasn't suspended, you wouldn't have been arrested. Probably just would have been pulled over. Who knows? I mean, we understand who we are.
Yes.
Got it.
DWB, we get that.
Yep. But then you'll really have a argument. Her whole thing was,
don't give them the ammunition.
Amen. Thank you.
My mentor tells me that all the time. Sometimes I feel like I need to run that through my head, because that's something, just as a minority, that is something that if you understand that the system or society is supposed to build for you to fail, then you're not supposed to give them ammunition for you to do that. Absolutely. And so if you are not going to provide them with a reason, then outside of that, then they have no reason, and then they're at fault. But if they have a reason, even if they're not at fault, they still had a reason. Yep. And I get that. I've been in that situation, which is messed up. It's like, I did nothing wrong, but because of this, now I'm in this scenario. Yes, that's also called accountability.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Yes, and I thought, yes, you said it. I ain't got nothing else to say.
Yeah,
That's exactly
it's
what I took away
really
from
what
it.
it is. It's just this understanding that like shit is going to happen.
Yep.
But if you're not accountable for your part that you played into it, no one's gonna learn it. You're probably gonna be in that same scenario again, or worse.
But that's kind of what I was talking about when we was talking about the whole weed laws. Like, I get it. Like, the laws are unfair to us. But you can't feel. I'm trying to watch my words. The weed laws that have been in place are definitely unfair. I think drug laws in general are just unfair to minorities because we know that those laws are made to put us behind bars, and I understand that. But my whole thing was, don't put yourself in a position to get those laws put on you, and I get it. Even in me saying that, I get that like systemic racism put us in a place where we need to put ourselves where we have to put ourselves in those situations to put food on the table for our families, and I understand all of that. I really do. I know it's not a black and white thing. It's just I just believe that there's so I can't even say that. I was just saying that there is an accountability piece to when someone gets arrested for a marijuana charge versus just saying that it's just all about the law.
Yes and no, because I get that. That's like saying I had alcohol in my trunk and you opened my trunk and now I'm getting charged because you found alcohol in my trunk. I think it's different in scenarios of marijuana charges because of how the officer encountered the marijuana in itself. There's some manipulation. Sometimes like it's sorry, my words.
If the law says you can't carry an ounce of marijuana on you,
yes,
why carry an ounce of marijuana on you?
I'm not telling you that you're wrong, Greg. What I'm trying to tell you is that if allegedly I am parked and I happen to have marijuana on me, I haven't moved my vehicle, I haven't done anything except sit in my vehicle, and I've been approached by an officer, what did I do wrong to be approached?
Nothing.
So why am I now being interrogated and I now need to now my car needs to be searched?
I totally understand that too.
Now someone blatantly or going out their way.
My thing is, so I get that. My thing is, you can search my car, you're going to find nothing because nothing's in here.
Yeah, but why are you searching my car?
Because one, my thing is
I'm not.
right.
Yeah,
it's
I'm not
right.
telling you that there are not such. It's like if I have a suspended license, why am I speeding? Right?
Yeah.
It's understanding the idea that if you are in a space where you're already in a situation, why add more fuel to the fire?
And I feel like you're black.
I get that. Believe it or not, I'm actually surprised that you even said that because we even got to there was a moment in time I don't remember, and if you don't want this here, you can take it out, but where we were driving, you like because you never got pulled over, like you never had the sense of like really worrying driving sometimes, and it was just like, ooh, I never had that well, that's not true. I used to have that feeling until I got pulled over.
For sure.
And it turned my whole world around because it was just like, me? I was like, how and for you to know that you haven't been in a situation where you ever felt like you were profiled puts a different experience to you than for me when I was just like, I've been profiled. So for me, anytime I see a cop light, I get PTSD automatically. And it throws me off because my experiences always turn out bad only to good, and it be pissing me off. I'm like, y'all was assholes and now y'all talking about where I could go get something good to eat. Be pissing me off.
No, let me be very clear. I am afraid to be pulled over still. Like, because like
he don't drive like that. He drive like a white man. Sorry.
Who drive like a white man? No, I do. What do you mean?
Use your blinkers?
No. Oh, you say white people don't use their blinkers? Okay, whatever. Yeah, like we've seen we've seen enough people lose their life for a simple traffic stop. That doesn't fall on me. I mean, that doesn't not fall on me. Like, I understand because of the color of my skin. Yes, it can happen. That's why I've been pulled over twice in my whole life for speeding.
Were they in sundown towns? Are you aware of sundown towns?
Yes, I am.
Are you aware of them, like, even till this day?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Once I got pulled over on a parkway.
Oh, okay. That's state.
I got pulled over around the corner from my house.
Oh, no, that was because they didn't like your ass.
Clearly.
Yeah, that's different. I remember that day.
Even in those situations.
Thank you, Greg.
Both hands are at 10 and 2. I am talking I'm slowly talking. Like, the officer came to me, was like, "Hello, I'm Officer blah blah blah, and you are being recorded on this body cam. May I please have your license and registrations?" I said, "Yes, officer. I am reaching in my glove compartment to get my registration. I do not have my insurance card, but it is on my phone. My phone is in my pocket. So is my ID. Can I please take them out?" Like,
Yes.
Nah.
Also, like, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but usually, like, having it prepared already. So, like, knowing that, like, you'd have your phone, like, on your dashboard, like, everything, like, on your dashboard already. So when you don't have to reach for anything. So it's also, like, one of those safety precautions. Yeah. So, like, if that happens, what I would do, I would just put, like, my registration. And usually, like, I have a license that I have with my registration. I'm looking at the camera like I forgot it. Yeah, I have a second license that I have with my registration, a license that I have with me. And so, like, if that happens and I have my registration, my license, my insurance already in my booklet, I put it on top of the license.
And
go ahead.
Yo, if you ever don't have your license, but you have your registration, you're fine.
Yes.
And if the officer is a dick, that's when you get a ticket.
Yes, but the car was not registered under me.
Make sure you got your own car. True, you're right.
You have to have the car registered under you. But that's actually how I got away this one time, because this is the first time I was driving the car, and it wasn't my car, and I didn't know that it was automatic, like you manual lights. So my car, it was only automatic. So once it got to a certain point of the day, the lights was going to be on or the lights was going to be off. Like, I couldn't turn it on or off. But in this car, you can manually turn it on or off. I didn't know that. So the lights were off, and I was driving, and I didn't realize it, and I got pulled over, and I explained to the officer, I was like, "This is not my car. It's so-and-so's car," and that I didn't know that I could turn a car. And he was like, he understood, and then he let me go, and I thought that was really, really nice.
Yo, every officer ain't a dick.
No, every officer is not a dick. Some of them look really, really good. So,
wow.
Yes, there was on my block. There was this officer blocking, like, my street, and I was trying to turn on it, and I was like, I live here. And he was like, "You know why I put my lights on?" I said, "Yeah, but do you know why I still turned?" And he was like, "Where do you live?" And I was like, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, "Oh." And I was like, "Okay." And he looked really, really good. I wanted him to tell me he should meet me at the address that I told him, and maybe we could just look at the cars together.
What is your new dialogue?
Oh, he was a handsome. I like a man in uniform.
I bet you do.
I do. Not to fuck niggas though. My new dialogue is that I really thought men in their 30s were more mature than I've expected, to be honest with you. I know this is like off, but they still don't know what they want either. You would have thought. I'm just going to give you guys a perspective of what's going on in the world. Is that, like, look for go to 40s and something like that. Maybe late 30, I don't know, 39. So I'm just saying that I still believe that men are still trying to figure out what's going on in their 30s right now if they haven't established themselves. So let them go do their thing. Skip that decade and just keep going. It's a joke. And I'm not talking for myself. I'm just talking like in general. Like, if nothing happened to me, I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
No. I'm actually fine. I'm just learning that being in a space where even if you're open to maybe or maybe not dealing with other people, it ain't it, man. Just change your environment.
Oh shit.
Because it's I don't know.
Leave the room.
You know what? And I also realized that it's also your energy and what I'm probably like putting out there. Because I also found myself like, receptive at one point, but I realized like it's just bad energy that's just trying to remind me of a space that I don't want to be in. I don't think I want that to be my new dialogue, Greg.
Okay.
I think I want that to be my new dialogue. Okay. What I want to be my new dialogue.
Take 2.
That's how I feel. Wait, I'm serious because that wasn't even that important to share at this point. So I don't know. I want something that's more meaningful to me, that when I listen to it, it means something to me. Oh, okay. So there was this.
Yawn?
Yeah, it made me want to pee.
That makes me cry.
Well, yeah, that happens too, but it also made me want to pee. Y'all make you want to pee?
No. I've never peed on myself.
Huh?
I've never peed on myself.
We had that conversation. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this with you because I'm not going to remind people of what happened to me. No. Not doing it. Not today. I want to find the quote. Sorry, y'all. 2 seconds. Because this will probably make me feel better about myself because that wasn't it.
I got a quote for you.
What, Greg?
I don't have a quote. I wasn't expecting you to put me on the spot. Just listen back to this episode.
No, I'm ready. Okay, so this I got off of Twitter, and it's from Paulo Coelho Quotes. That's the Twitter name. I also read his book, so that he also did The Alchemist. It's first it hurts, then it changes us. I think that's a powerful quote. I think that even if it feels good, I think it also would change something. But we've also seen how pain is transformed and how it is manifested in other people. Sometimes for the great, sometimes for the good, sometimes for the indifferent, sometimes for the... But we also see that manifest. And I think that is true. But I also believe that there are things that still hurt even after it happens. It may change us, but it doesn't change, and I'm still hurting.
I'm so glad you serious it out, because I was not thinking about anything serious.
Oh, like when I was talking like this?
Yeah.
I should have just ended it with the...
No, you're fine, because at first, like just the quote itself, at first it hurts.
Yeah.
But then it changes
us. That's creepy, Greg. That's perverty. That's nasty.
How?
Because what are you talking about? What are you referring to? Creepy ass mother. I should have just poured some more. I hope that. No,
you know what? I agree though. It's like situations you go through, they're painful at times.
Yeah.
But it definitely changes you. It can make you a better person, or it could not. It just says, I'm glad he just.
But it also changes you. Yeah, it doesn't change you for the better. It may not change you for the. It'll change you. Yep. You won't be the same person ever again, no matter how it plays out.
I agree with that. That's good.
And I'm hoping that it also teaches a lesson for the most part. I think that's the goal. When it comes to any type of failure or loss, is that it tries to even teach you something that you never thought that you could have learned. So yeah, I want to use that. I'm gonna figure that out.
All right. That was a better take.
Yes.
Cut and print. Beautiful guys. Dynamite.
We're brothers.
Take us home, Skippy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Greg. I felt like you was about to do something else. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you were gonna do. Hey, Greg, you want to let them know how they can find us and how they can find you?
Yeah. So I'm surrendering myself to the police, so you can find. Yo, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at GregNelson26, because my name is my brand. Or follow the pod at JustAConvo_pod. Hit us up on all the platforms, all of them, every last one of them. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah, we're on TikTok now.
We're not on Facebook. Don't go to Facebook. That is the last place you should go.
They might have a scam. Like once we get to the point where people really care about it, we might get scammed. This might be They might scam.
It's
with-
all right because we already got the business page for Facebook, so they can't really take the shit. But still,
we're not on Facebook.
We not on Facebook. But we on YouTube too. Yo, visuals. Duh, that makes sense, right? But some people still just listen. So if you like listening, but you also want to see how fine I look, go on YouTube.
Oh, that's so amazing, Greg.
That was fake as fuck.
You didn't hear the tone in my voice?
Do you not hear the tone in your voice?
Greg, thank you for letting us know how they can find you and how they can find us.
No problem.
And with that being said, my wonderful individuals, you can find me on Twitter at GCarly7, and that's GQARLY and the number 7. And if you forgot today, if someone didn't tell you today, if you realize that you're watching us and you didn't know we was about that life today, take a deep breath because we just want to let you know that we want you to go be great.
Gigi.